it wasn't. Now you can wave to me.
What?
Now you can wave to your brother.
Oh, I would guess.
Alright. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Get in dress code. Make sure your shirt's tucked in. You look good.
I always look good.
No, really, I'm serious this time. Alright.
I just like joined different, spelled different.
Vamos a decir Padre Nuestro.
When are we gonna start doing it by ourselves? Like where we don't have to like repeat it.
I don't know.
Will we have like a quiz or test ever on that?
Yes. But it'll be,
We'll just be the.
it will be far in when you guys are totally sure of it. You don't
Okay.
need, it's not something to stress about.
So what's the point of
I didn't
doing
know the
tests
first
on that
part.
for sure?
I did too.
I know
To make
the beginning.
I'm saying the majority of people.
I know the center of
Oh,
the
yeah,
video.
I don't know where the
Okay.
Cannot wait to eat those copies.
Vamos a decir Padre Nuestro. Hay intenciones especiales. Levantan sus manos.
I got one.
Oh, I have one for sure. Go ahead.
Andrew Zawida.
Yep, that was the one I was gonna say. Good, yes. Andrew Zawida for sure. He was, you guys don't know, he's in the football game and, got hurt. And he may have to have surgery, so definitely keep him in mind. Otras?
What?
Otras, others?
Oh.
Okay. En el nombre del Padre. Y del Hijo.
Y del Hijo.
Y del Espíritu Santo.
Y del Espíritu Santo.
Amén.
Amén.
Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo.
Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo.
Santificado sea tu nombre.
Santificado sea tu nombre.
Venga tu reino.
Venga tu reino.
Hágase tu voluntad.
Hágase tu voluntad.
En la tierra como en el cielo.
En la tierra como en el cielo.
Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día.
Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día.
Perdona nuestras ofensas.
Perdona nuestras ofensas.
Como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden.
Como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden.
No nos dejes caer en tentación.
No nos dejes caer en tentación.
Y líbranos del mal.
Y líbranos del mal.
Amén.
Amén.
En el nombre del Padre.
En nombre del Padre.
Y del Hijo.
Y del Hijo.
Y del Espíritu
Y del
Santo.
Espíritu Santo.
Amen. Okay. Someone said, why would I do a quiz on this if everybody is going to know? Well, everybody should know it by that point, and it's not definite that everybody would. And even if you know it, there's also part of getting the pronunciation correct and doing a good job. I know that there are people who, when we're doing this, aren't really doing it. They got the mask on, and so I can, even though I can't tell definitely, it's pretty clear that a lot of people don't say it. The less that you say it, the greater the chance you're not gonna know it when you need to. So make sure you are participating when we go through each day and say the prayer, yes.
So when we take the quiz, do we have to write it or say it?
Say it,
Oh.
okay? All right, so anyway, we got that, let's do attendance. Let's see, 8th hour. We're missing Lucas.
Yeah.
Cause,
Okay, Luke, Hassan,
Agby.
Flurry. Flurry, you're here. Did you check in?
What?
Oh, okay, forget it. It doesn't show you absent. It's got like something blurb. Well, Hassan should be here, it looks like.
he's not.
Has he been gone all day?
Yeah, he's been gone all day.
Okay, see like Flurry, you have something, but then you don't have the absent, so it's a little confusing. Meriwether's here. Everybody's got these blurbs. I don't know what it is. Okay, Oliver emailed me. He was just not feeling that. What else here? Good? Who's our clicker?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Woo! Yep, you're the only one excited.
I'm excited.
If I'm excited, then everyone should be excited.
Okay, good point.
I feel pretty enthusiastic.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice. No pet trivia, sit down. All right.
It's getting in
We know that you know what that is. So, today I told you we're gonna pass back the quizzes and go over the quizzes, in class so that you are able to, do well on the test. Let me double check this, make sure I got this going. Kind of screwed up in the other class when I was gonna do it. There we go. All right. So let me get those and pass those out to you. Hopefully you did well, but if you didn't, you wanna see what you did wrong so you do it better tomorrow. Jeff Herman,
Yes.
Buda,
Who?
Nachek,
Out of 50?
out of 50.
Oh,
so I got
okay.
Lucas,
That's.
Joe, Jeff
Take
Schmaltz.
Lucas if you want.
I bet should be away.
That's tough.
Merriweather, Gilmore, Mitchell, Flurry,
It was out of 50, right? Yeah.
Kilmer, Gans. Yep, 1 second.
Oh, wait, I did, wait.
Go ahead and look those over, I'm gonna, answer a question for you.
I got 18. So we good? Or?
Finish the challenge.
That what you get? I got 36.5.
I did better than you.
How much better?
I got
How's that wrong? What'd you get?
48. 48? That's like 42.
Hey, bro, don't worry, I got 36.
I'm upset.
I got, bro, I got them right.
Bro, I don't even know why I got the clock wrong.
Going mall, I'm mad, very bad. Is it okay?
What? I don't-
Okay, no shenanigans. Or get a
Mr.
step.
Case,
Sorry.
Tuck your shirt in.
Mr. Case,
Yes,
I'm not a big fan.
Tuck your shirt in.
can you show me what I did wrong on the
Fine.
box? Cause I don't think I did
Very,
it.
you just sit there. Tom, no, you see Tom right there?
We're gonna go over the whole quiz.
Tom,
so-
okay, that's fine.
I don't really know what it is.
We're gonna go over the whole quiz, so wait until we get there, okay? All right. So, let's see. All right. All right. Oh. This is the first section you guys have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Alright. Okay, so, all you needed to do here was put in the appropriate word to complete this. You had several activities in your workbook and on the electronic exercises that dealt with this, so this should not have been terribly difficult. Let's see.
Wait, when you do the electronic activity and it like says you got it wrong, how do you see the right answer?
When you're talking about the electronic one,
Yeah.
I don't know that you do see the right answer.
You have to,
You are just supposed to, keep working on it until you get it correct. And then submit what you have. Would you start saying?
When you run out of tries, it'll show you. But
Oh, does it?
At that point, it's too late.
Right, but then you're still nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Como what ana? What should be there?
Estás.
Estás. Como estás, Ana? That's the form that you would use with the informal, talking to a friend. How about estoy what?
Muy.
Estoy Muy bien, gracias. I am very well, thank you, is what fits there best. Okay, what?
Towel.
Towel is the best answer, but I think I accepted K-I also. Either way, it needed to be an expression of like what's going on. And then the person would respond, blank, muy blank.
It's doing.
No, not estoy, that would be why you got it wrong. It would be mal or bien, muy mal
That
or
doesn't make sense.
bien. It does make
That's
sense.
good.
and
Very
It means, what's up, how are you doing? I'm bad, very bad,
Isn't,
or well, very well. Now, that's what you needed to have. I did, try to be lenient if it made sense. Like, some people were putting estoy mal, muy mal, okay? But you had to, you can't put estoy on its own. That would say, I am, comma, very bad, or very good.
yeah, that makes sense.
Nope, it doesn't, but, yes.
So I put a story here, which is wrong, but on the second one I put the end. Should I get credit for that?
Yeah. Yep, there's nothing marked wrong.
So the circle,
The X means wrong. If I put a circle, it means that you spelled it incorrectly. You spelled it incorrectly, but, if you had one or two small spelling errors, depending on how they occurred, then I may have still given it to you. That's what I was talking about when I was saying to JP before, that you probably had a lot more wrong than you're saying, but I try to be lenient. So when I know what you're trying to get across and you don't make too many errors, then I try to give it to you, okay? But there's boundaries. Of course, the way for you to avoid any kind of doubt in my mind is answer it absolutely correctly, and then we don't have anything to worry about. Next one, blank estás, Raul. Would you be there? Como estás? How are you, Raul? He says, I am well. Estoy bien. What?
E2.
No,
Gracias.
I am well. Thank you, Louisa. I am well. Thank you, Louisa. Okay, you gotta start raising your hand, and that just, yes, you did, after you started talking. Don't talk, raise your hand. So the question might be, well, doesn't E2 work there? E2 might work there if you did it correctly, and I think I allowed it with some people who actually put E2 with the question marks. You can't just put E2 Louisa without the question marks because it doesn't mean anything. The right answer, the absolute right answer, and the one you should have known from doing the activities in the workbook and the electronic activities is
Gracias.
gracias. I am well, thanks. That's absolutely what it should have been. The E2, if you did it absolutely correctly with the question marks, then I may have given it to you. Next one, buenos dias, Senora Lopez. Como what?
It's,
Stop.
Está. This was one that a lot of people were getting wrong. You can't say estás with usted. It's gotta be como está usted, okay? So some people are putting estás there and you may not have understood why that was wrong. I can't move this down, right? No. I just found out we're gonna get a new screen in here next week. The LED, the brighter ones that look clear. So that's exciting. The next, oh no, down here, we gotta finish up. So, como está usted? And then the person responds, estoy bien, gracias. I am well, thanks. Hasta
Luego.
Mañana.
luego is probably the best answer, but I accepted the others, which would be pronto, see you soon, see you later, or see you tomorrow. This was probably the worst answer, mañana, but the most prevalent that people put there. Because it says, see you tomorrow, it's less likely that you would be saying that, I think, but whatever. I accepted any of those. I'm sorry, a point that I should make here that I forgot to say in other classes too. You're not keeping this quiz. You're turning it back into me. So, what you could be, and maybe should be doing, is taking notes in a separate notebook or piece of paper, okay? I'm just gonna go over these, you're gonna see where your errors are, hopefully you'll realize what you need to do, and then I'm gonna collect them back. if you want anything written down, you gotta write down your notes. Make sense?
Yep.
Some kids in the earlier classes, they were writing on the quiz what they needed to do. And then when I collected the quizzes, they're like, oh, I wanted to have that. I'm sorry, I collect the quizzes back, so you can't, do that. Next one, blank towel, what's it gonna be? K towel, like, what's up? And then the person responds, something, Javier, muy mal. What should it have been?
Hola.
Nope, it should have been mal, Javier, muy mal. However, I tried to be lenient and allowed hola here because what people may have thought is they're saying, hi Pedro, what's up? And the guy might respond with, hi Javier, very bad, but really it shouldn't, that you maybe hear that doesn't make great sense. However, that's where I tried to be lenient, was with that one, yeah,
Could you put gracias? Could you put like thank him for asking?
not really.
Okay.
You could, but not in the way that this is structured. You wouldn't say, if he says, hi Pedro, how are you doing? You wouldn't say, thanks Javier,
Yeah.
very
right.
bad. You might say, very bad Javier, thanks. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it wouldn't start off like that, that would sound too weird. Actually, the hi sounds weird also, but I accepted it because it had the prompt there that may have made you think you had to respond to that part too.
Okay.
Okay, hopefully that makes sense to
Yep.
you. Sorry, I know sometimes people want other things to go and it makes, you know, the easiest answer is that I just accept what they say. I try to be lenient where I can, and there's gotta be a line that I draw. Yeah,
Can I use the bathroom?
sure. Okay, the next section was 4, right? Because I put it, oh, I think I still have it, but, I think it was the 4th section that was on that same page, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. This one? Yep, look at me. Alright. So here, this was where you just, you figure out the sequence that's being said, and then put in the correct answer for it. That's a little neat. Okay? So, the first one, we got 20, 30, 20, 30, what? 40, 20, 30, 40, 50. Next one, 85, 90, what?
28.
No,
Wait.
85, 90, something, 100.
Wait, that's not,
That's
wait,
not right.
that's not right. That's not right.
Oh, is this not the right order? That,
No.
I had a different section for you guys?
No, yeah, even
Yes.
one wasn't right.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so what would that be? Okay, I need to find that section then, hold on one second.
It starts off by day, 20, 30.
Okay? Okay.
I gotta check my phone.
What'd you do? Alex, what'd you do? Yeah, 50. Yeah, it's like, I don't.
Does it start with, no?
Almost, Ocho,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
That's what I think.
I said, Somos ocho y veinte tres. Look at that right there, bro.
You spelled it wrong.
Oh,
No,
If you circle it, it wouldn't be wrong.
that's not wrong, that's 0 wrong. get it right.
Oh.
It's just the circle.
We got points on what you get wrong, but you lost the slide.
It was this one. So for this one, I put a soy mall. Right now I'm gonna go
Yeah, I think I got it.
This one should be this one. There's no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Makes sense.
Okay, good.
It's still a 96.
Alright,
I do need to match that. Yeah, that's it.
this is the right one, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Can we like just go in order that you tell us with the answers for it? I was saying vein tape and tape up that, you know what I mean?
No. Alright, here we go. Because I'm not just trying to give you the answers, I wanna go over and make sure people understand how to come to the answer. Because that's what's key for tomorrow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This, if I just gave you the answers, that tells you how you did. I want you to be able to do better, okay? Here we go, so it's Diaz, Banca, 30, 10, 20, 30, then what?
40.
40, 40, and then you got 20, 25 something, 30, I'm sorry, 20, 24 something, 32.
Vein tape
What should be
ocho.
here?
Vein tape ocho.
28, because it goes 20, 24, and then you want 4 more, so it goes to 28, 28, and then 4 more is 32, yes.
I think you added up my score wrong.
Okay, at the end of class, bring it to me and we'll look, okay? Next one, 62, 74, blank, 68. What should be in there? I'm sorry, I think I said that wrong. 62, 64, blank, 68. What should be there?
66,
66, which would be 60, y 6, why not? Then you go, 22, 24, blank, 28, what should go here?
Vein tape 6, which is 26.
26, which is 26. Get it?
I have a question.
Okay, I wanna move on from here, we may come back to this, but, I wanna make sure we don't run out of time to go through overtime, which is the part that people are probably the most worried about. Yes?
So, on my test, you like circled this, like tiny part.
Okay, if I think I said this, but I'll say it again, if I circle and don't mark wrong, that means, please,
Sorry.
put that down and only use it when you're ready. That means that, you spelled it wrong, but since it was not a big mistake, I allowed it.
Oh, where did I spell it?
Okay, which one did you put? There's no N. Bank day,
Oh. Oh.
got it?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so we can come back to these and go over those, but, probably most of you can look at your errors here and say, oh yeah, I misspelled this, or oh, I screwed up the order there, and know what to fix, right? So it's more important that we get to time, because time also brings a lot of this stuff to play anyways. So let's move on. The next section, was this the?
It's the map.
Okay, the map.
With the 2 and 7.
My stuff's all screwed here. And I see, thank you. Alright, here we go. This is correct, this is yours, okay, good. With this one, all you had to do was say whether you would, which, you would use, the informal, the formal, plural, so forth. So Maria and Sarah, which one should you use for that? Ustedes, okay? This is being said in America and in all of the Spanish-speaking world except what?
Spain.
Spain, except Spain. When you do the plural, you, even if it's informal, you use ustedes, okay? Senora Zuniga, what should you use?
Who's that?
Instead, you're speaking formally by giving the title of the person, and, there's only one, so you use instead. How about senor and senora, what do you put?
Who's that?
Ustedes. How about when it's first name basis, David?
Two.
Two, bueno. Do that. How about Pablo, what would you do? Two, first name basis, so you use two. Raul and Manolo from Spain would be vosotros. I said that you didn't need to know the countries except one. Hopefully, if you know any of the countries, the easiest one should be Spain, because it's like the main one, and it's the only one in Europe. Most of the countries are gonna be, over here, or at least on this map, it's the only one in Europe. You have all of these that are the Americas, and those can become kind of confusing. There's no confusion with this one. How about Julia y Pilar, what would it be? Vosotras. I accepted vosotros here also, because some people weren't sure what Pilar, that's a girl's name, okay? But either way, it should have been one of the vosotros forms. And then how about Senora Benavides? Usted. Formal title, so you use the formal you, usted. Get it?
Yeah.
Good. Should be a pretty easy concept, as long as you study and are prepared. Next.
Mr. Dave, can I go to the next one?
Sure. Next, 131, I think what's the next section? Is the next section?
Three.
Three, it is three, okay. All right, here we go. Okay, this tended to be the worst section of the quiz. Why is that terrible that this was the worst section of the quiz?
It was multiple choice.
It's not multiple
Word
choice,
bank.
it's got a word bank, so you might feel that that's easier.
Let's go.
But why should everybody have gotten 100%?
Because we went over it multiple.
Okay, well, not so much that we went over it multiple times, it's the culture section. How is the culture section presented?
It's in English.
All English, it's just 2 paragraphs of English. This class, you guys did tend to do better in this section. Some of the classes, this was the worst section, and that should not be true. This is the part you should always be studying. You know culture's gonna be there, and it's all in English, so just make sure you study it. All right, but having said that, let's go through. You need to say something to your teacher's talking, and you cannot wait for them to finish talking. What do you use?
Pardon.
Pardon. Like, pardon me. You wanna ask for permission to pass by, what do you use?
Con permiso.
Con permiso. Boy, they really gave that one away to you also.
Yeah.
Right there. But the difference is, pardon me if you interrupt someone, and con permiso, they're very similar meaning, but that's why they had it in the culture section, is they were telling you the different contexts in which you use them. So, that was what they said in the culture section, these examples. How about you ask for 3 ice cream cones for your friends? What do you use?
Por favor.
Good. You ask, please, can I have those? Por favor. You're very thirsty and someone hands you a glass of water. What should you put?
Muchas gracias.
Good. Thank you, or thank you very much. Muchas gracias. How about it's 2 p.m. You enter a room for an interview and greet the interviewers?
Buenos tardes.
Not buenos, buenas tardes, but good. It's a formal situation, so you should use a formal greeting, like one of the buenas greetings. But then it's in the afternoon, so you use tardes. Make sense? Good. You come across your teacher in the hallway and ask how he's doing. What do you put?
¿Cómo estás?
Good. How are you? Formal. ¿Cómo está usted? You see your cousins at a soccer game, wave and call out a greeting, what would it be?
Hola.
Hola. You run into a friend on the street, please stop that. You run into a friend on the street and want to know what's going on in his life, what do you say?
Hey, hey.
K-I is how you say that, K-I. Now, I did allow, if you, mix these up, I allowed it because they're both informal greetings, so you have to wait. I did allow it right there, what are you talking about?
But there's two X's and I got -2.
Right, I'm not on number 9 yet. I said I allowed for 7 and 8, you could have them.
Oh, sorry, that arrow
Now,
looked like.
the reason it should have been KI is because want to know indicates question, so that's why you should have had that there. Also, if you're waving and calling out, that means they're away from you, so you would say hi, wave hi. You wouldn't be asking, hey, how you doing? I'm fine, how are you? I'm pretty good, how's your wife? That wouldn't happen, right? So it would be just hola. Last one, you greet your teachers, you enter your first period class, what do you put?
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. You guys
Buenos
have
dias.
heard that one before, buenos dias. We use the formal greeting because it's a teacher, and then it's the first period, so it's gonna be a warning. Okay. Warning? Please stop banging, hitting, other stuff. Okay. So, that page, now the next one will be 4, which is on the front, right? So now we go, next on yours, I think, is section 5. Which is, let me see yours real quick. Section 5, oh yeah, it's the final one, 133. Alright, so the time, this is the one we really want to get to and go over again. Some people made great strides. They were lost when we were talking about it in class, and then all of a sudden they did really well on the quiz. That is why we have quizzes and tests. A lot of times, kids will sit in class, they'll be very confused about something, and they'll not know how to handle it, but then they won't do anything about it. They'll keep showing up for class, hoping things are gonna get better, and they don't. And then when we give a quiz or test, it forces you to go home and really confront it, and many times when people do that, then all of a sudden they figure it out. And so there were some of you who were seeming kind of lost in class, who then did really well on this, and I think that's what happened. Some people still did not do well, so we want to clarify for them. So let me try and teach it a different way. Let's go to you, Herman.
Yeah.
When you go to say the time, I want you to add a step or two, kind of like math. In math class, a lot of you will just screw up something in math because, not because you couldn't come to the right answer, but because you skipped steps and then made a dumb mistake, okay? So I want to give you steps to go through. Okay, please stop snapping. Some steps to go through. Like, Herman, when I say 6:45, when you change it to Spanish, how would you say that Spanish expression in English? What I mean is, hopefully you know what I mean. What would you say?
7, a quarter to 7.
Good, good. You do know what I'm getting at. Don't look at this and say 6:45. When you look at it on the test, say it is a quarter to 7, or even better, it is 7 minus a quarter. Add that step in your head. Then translate that out on the page. How do you say it is 7, Herman?
Siete.
How do you say it is 7?
Son las siete.
Excellent. Son las siete minus
Menos cuarto.
menos and then a quarter, so cuarto. I think you might have been one of the ones who was putting son las seis menos cuarto,
No,
aren't you?
I said son las cuarto menos siete.
Oh, so you reversed the
I
whole
flipped
thing.
it, yeah.
Okay, well, that's actually an easier fix. You know what you did wrong now, just get that order straight. But I know that there were people who would come to this and they put son las seis menos cuarto. And that doesn't make any sense, but I get how that happened. What they did is, they jumped right to the answer and didn't think it through. Does that make sense? Okay, so if you've been having trouble with that, maybe you didn't even get it wrong, but if you've been having trouble with that at all, it might help you to add that step in. Think it through in English before you put it on the page. Don't jump to an answer, okay? That's always a good theory. All right, let's go back to you, Gilmore. You're having a hard time staying awake, so let's try and give you something to keep you awake. Numero dos. First of all, can you tell me how you want to phrase this in English, first of all? It's not 10:50. What do you want to say?
11.
What's that?
11.
Well, you can't just say it's 11. What do you have to say?
Oh, that's in Spanish?
No? Help him. He's not understanding what I'm getting at.
It's 11, minus 10.
It's 11 minus 10. You get what I mean? Then you're phrasing the whole thing out in English, then transferring it to Spanish, so you're less likely to make mistakes. So go with, I think this is what you were responding to. Say it is 11, first of all.
Son las 11
Son las 11 minus.
minus 10
No, well, tell me how you say minus. Minus.
menos
Menos. And then 10.
10.
Yes. You get it? And you get how if you break it down that way, you're going to be less likely to make mistakes. Gilmore, were you one of those who was putting the wrong time when you did the minus? Yeah, so that's you're an exact, and I'm not saying him in particular, there's a lot of kids who are doing it. So that's why I'm trying to get this across to you, so you don't make that mistake. Flurry, how about numero tres? 3:15, but what do we really want to say?
Corto. Son las tres, y corto.
True? Okay, but what I wanted you to do is put that extra step in. You know what I mean? What was the extra step? Say it in English first. It is 3:25. It is 3, son las tres. And a quarter, y cuarto. Get it? Less likely to make mistakes. Numero cuatro, 9:18. Yeah, Meriwether. Tell me first of all, 9:18. What are you actually gonna say? In English.
9:18.
It is kind of similar, so it's not, so go ahead. What is it in Spanish?
Son las 9 son las 9:18.
Good. Son las 9:18. So, oh, I skipped the whole word there, sorry. Son las 9. It is 9:18. Y 18 would be the correct answer there. Good. Let's go up to over here, just because I got the screen cut off here. Schmaltz, what is, first of all, what's the English you should say for this one first?
It is 8 minus 5.
Excellent. It is 8 minus 5. How do you say it is 8?
Son las 8.
Excellent. Son las 8 minus.
Menos 5.
Minus is menos, and then 5 is 5. Very good. How about 130? Huda, you want to take that one?
Sure.
All right, what's it going to be?
You would say,
Good. First go to the English. I almost skipped it there. What is it?
you would say 1.5.
Good. You want to say it is 1.5. How do you say it is 1?
Es la uno y media.
Okay, 1 second. It's not uno, it's una. So a lot of you probably saw me do a circle there. Yes, 1 is uno, typically. But here you're talking about an hour. Una hora. So that's why it changes to una. Es la una, and then what'd you say? And then how do you say and a half?
Y media.
Y media. You get it? Good. Hold on to your quizzes. What we'll do is, I'll have you put them on this desk. Yep. Why don't you just go on
Oh, is that your sneeze?
Leave them on the desk.
Just go ahead in the back of the room. No, I'm gonna have you put them on this desk here. So I gotta come around with the lights here.
Mr. Case.
Yeah.
Do you need to know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just too many spelling mistakes.
Mr. Case,
Yeah.
do we need to know the capitals and the country?
Yes.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they in the book?
I just found out what the capital of the United States is. I didn't expect me to know the capital.
Did you really
Wait
not
a
know the
minute,
capital?
Hey, hey. You gotta wipe your desk.
Wait, Tom.
Don't worry.
Where you live, I know
You're
you're going.
going.
I found out like 2 years ago.
This is also.
Where you're going.
I think you did add it right up, right? You take the number wrong and multiply it by 2.
No, you won't.
The
You
number,
stay on
I'm
yourself.
pretty sure you got it right, I just wanna make sure. Got this one in there.
It's very rare that I make this.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, which number are you talking about, the total?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 and 3 is 8, and 2 is 10, and 6 is 16, 16 from 50.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh shoot, I gotta stop this. Bye.